everybody, welcome to today's live stream. If you look very closely, we have a new fancy box over here. It's got your comments. It has what you say. You can now look at it on the live stream. So you should feel very blessed to actually be a part of this. So it's a pleasure having you on board. Thank you, friends. Let's do this. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's do it. Okay, and I want to see how this looks. I actually haven't really, I haven't tested it. Like, see how it lines up. We're gonna see what happens. Just give me like 2 seconds here. James Collins says, "Hi, Mom." Hi, son. Yeah, that's perfect. Wow, look at how nicely that lines up right there on the edge. Okay, I could not have planned that myself. It was complete random chance that it actually lined up that well, but we'll take what victories I can. So let's talk about Bitcoin today. Oops, I'm having you look at a pump and dump. Let's move over to Bitcoin real quick. I got lucky and have a large bag of that from earlier in the week. You know what? Let's talk about this real quick, right? Let's talk about the concept of potential energy, right? These ideas never start out how I think they're going to go. But because we're on this chart, we're going to talk about this chart, all right? What is potential energy? Okay? Well, let's answer that question. Potential energy is compression, right? If force equals mass times acceleration, okay, what happens if you get a signal from a place of extreme compression? Okay, there's something I call the wave PM cross. Okay, and it's the FOMO signal, right? If we have a sign that there is no volatility overhead, or rather, everything is really, really small and compressed, right? It's going to be much easier to hit it out of the park with a little bit of volume, right? Let's say you got Mickey Mantle at the plate, right? Mickey Mantle throws a baseball. I'm sorry, Mickey Mantle doesn't throw the balls. He hits them. Sorry, the pitcher throws a baseball. Mickey Mantle swings. Of course, he's going to hit a home run. Why? Well, because the baseball's pretty light. Okay? Well, let's say we just got a shit ton of price action, right? Like this downtrend over here, right? Okay, well, that's increasing the mass of the baseball. Now, instead of the pitcher throwing a baseball, he's throwing a bowling ball. Okay, is Mickey Mantle, even though he's the greatest hitter in the world, going to be able to hit it very far? No, he's not. Okay, so what does he do? He waits. He doesn't buy or sell. He waits until all that mass dissipates, right? So all these high wave PM periods have to compress. They shed their mass so that when actually we get to start seeing our next wave of expansion, you know what we look for? We want to see the short-term periods of mass expanding faster than the long-term periods of mass. And when that happens, well, then we get periods of significant trend. And it's very reliable. And we actually had the same signal on 2 time frames. And that's actually what made this just such a nice chart, right? There was very low volatility overhead. Everything started expanding at the same time. And that's how we get something ridiculous like this. I'm going to be honest. I really don't know how to trade this kind of shit. This is beyond me. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm a swing trader. I don't know how to take profit in this kind of thing other than just waiting for the mean reversion pivots to be crossed. And that's really far away. I don't think anyone knows how to properly take profit on this kind of thing. Right? All right, well, what's the metric for determining overbought when there's extreme scenarios of FOMO? Right? I mean, look at this buy book. We have a buy order for almost 1 million AppCoin. Right? Somebody's obviously just supporting the price, but it's someone else's game at this point. I don't get to control what's happening there, right? So I'm along for the ride, and I'm just being thrust into a variable up and down. And sure, I know the obvious answer is trailing stop, but who doesn't like to try to maximize profit? Okay, so let's actually talk about Bitcoin now. So this idea gets listed under Bitcoin instead of AppCoin, right? Pop over here. Oh, very nice. Do you know what's actually happening on this chart, my friends? I've been talking about it for the entire week, so I was about to curse there. You better, right? I was going to use expletives to prove my point. Right? What are we seeing here? We're seeing mean reversion, right? Because the 60 period was the longest period with too much mass. So when we re-enter the 60 band, we will trade laterally as defined by the 60 band and revert exactly to the 60 moving average. Once that happens, we'll probably do a little bit of lateral trading to actually allow this mass to compress, right? Because what did we just talk about? right? There's too much mass, right? Mickey Mantle's not going to be able to hit a home run if he's swinging at a bowling ball. All right, maybe if there was a gorilla swinging away, sure, maybe then you could hit it. But it's very unlikely you're going to convince a gorilla to swing at a bowling ball, right? Because sure, you can increase the force proportionally to the mass and you will be able to hit it out, right? But the more mass you have, the less likely it is you're going to find someone capable of pushing price hard enough, right? And that's why this is so successful. Right, this beautiful, nice little mean reversion trade we're seeing here. Right, we can very reliably bet on this, and I'm not going to tell you about my risk management right now because you don't want to hear about it. But my God, how significantly this has actually managed to define trend is almost unbelievable. All right, let's slow this back up to 275. Beautiful, right? Because as soon as we re-enter this band, it triggers the condition for mean reversion. And the signal for mean reversion is the 27 period CCI roll down, which I've shown in previous videos. All right? Then all we're really expecting from here is reversion to the relative mean, the compression of the bands around price, and then either trend continuation or a dump. I do think trend continuation is more likely because of how divergent Ethereum has been from Bitcoin. Compliments to a cat with charts for that kind of concept there. Right, where that buying pressure on Ethereum would be more indicative of a more bullish market as a whole. So we do need to see this compression finish, at least in the short term for Bitcoin. And then as soon as we start getting that new net expansion once again, well, then we can actually see the beginning of new trend. So this nice period of compression here is very comfy cozy. It's a really high probability trade. I'm in from this location here. I'm on 5x. So right now I have returned 5% on my portfolio, right? Really, might be starting to take some profit soon because of the way this is just trickling sideways, right? Because we can still get lateral mean reversion instead of trending mean reversion, right? Where the mean just travels up to meet price instead of price traveling down to meet the mean. So this is comfy cozy. We will trade laterally as defined by the band. I've been saying this for days. I'm kind of running out of things to say about this particular concept because, well, there's just so high probability that I just have to present the same information every single day. Right? I do daily updates. That's my thing. Right? We can do a different perspective if that makes it feel better. Right? We can just go to the 15-minute chart, multiply 275 by 4, so 1100. Right? Okay. And this really lets you see a little bit more of how these pivots are respected. Although, I would be interested in. Oh, Kat, I have an idea for an indicator. Would it be possible to make a higher resolution wave PM for like sections of mass? Right. So we always have the default set to from 14 to 600. But what if we could do from 600 to 1200 with the same linear scaling, right? I'm sure it would only just require you to change some variables, but sometimes I like to be down here in the 15-minute chart, and I want to find the exact period of mass down here, even though this plume of mass is expanded beyond, well, the limits of 3D wave PM. Right? Just a thought. So, again, still expecting that mean reversion to finish. That's really all I have to say about this chart for now. It has been a pleasure. Talk to you guys later. Oh, hi, guys. Hi. Let's actually check the comments, see what you guys want of me. And I just have something really important to say. Did you know that half of all Americans make less than the median household income? We cannot stand for that, right? If half the people are below the median, that's just unacceptable. We got to do something about it. I'm just messing around. Don't actually worry about that. Yay, Cat can do it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, because sometimes I'm down on the 15-minute chart, and I really want to get that high resolution view without just having to resort to a multiple, right? Since, like, let's say you're on the daily chart, right, and we know longest overexpanded is 250 on the daily. Well, maybe I want to define that pivot more accurately on the 4-hour. I know. I keep it's really obvious bait. I don't intend to actually say anything about that statistic of 50% make less than the median income. I'm just kind of making a point where it's easy to inspire outrage on things that make common sense. Okay. I really want to try that line in a bar just to see what happens. It's like, are you familiar that half of all Americans make less than the median income? I feel extremely clever. Okay, let's move on. Let's read the comments. What do you guys want of me? DeWood wants me to look at XLM. Also, any thoughts? Does anyone know how to remove the welcome to the live chat message? Right, because it's pretty, but... Wow, Rayan says, any idea what our next target on the way down? Yeah, I have an idea. The 275 moving average on the 1 hour chart. Hi everyone, CoinLink. Yeah, I'll do CoinLink for you. Sure thing, brother. Everybody loves Link. Okay. If anyone wants to dig up my trip-coded 4chan threads, I did a link analysis pretty recently. Maybe like 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks ago, somewhere in between. And I predicted this nice little lateral trading range, right? Because if we have the 50 band overexpanded, right, longest overexpanded period, that was actually 60, so let's define that a little bit more accurately, right? 60 periods are longest overexpanded period. So if we look at the 60 band, wow, we will trade laterally as defined by the 60 band. And it looks like we are just making what people like to call a bull flag. Hooray. So just to note, we could either see trending mean inversion where this needs to touch down here, and then trend could potentially bounce along and continue. Really, this is a bit of a no man's zone, right? Because we are trading laterally as defined by this range. And if you can see why that might be a problem, well, go ahead. There's nowhere to short Link, so it's not really like you can wait for the upward tags. And it's very improbable we're actually going to retrace down that low. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to just wait for this trend continuation, it could treat you well, you know. But we're just shedding a nice amount of mass with this bit of lateral trading. That's lovely. Also, oh yeah, York says, care to check back on gold? Sure. And I probably need to check out these older comments as well. I'm just kind of noticing something here. You know, our live stream at 3 p.m. was actually our most viewed live stream ever. So we have half of that number of viewers right now. So I am thinking that tomorrow I am going to try doing a little bit later in the afternoon. And I will let you know on what I decide. Okay? USD. Also, my phone is going to die in 4 percentage points. So we're going to do the live stream until then. Okay? I am going to impulsively check AppCoin on this live stream because I got a big old bag and I want to know what happens to it. Right, betting on potential energy. It's really hard for me to actually call these kinds of trades, right? Because I take these trades pretty frequently, and the risk management on them sucks, okay? If you're just betting on potential energy, you don't know which way it's going to start expanding, right? So I actually entered around here because we were touching the bottom of a compressed range, And I'm seeing 54%. Holy shit. The risk management on this kind of trade is poor at best. And I think I actually called something similar to salt a few weeks back. But oh, I need to check out MFT for you real quick. 1 second. Because it's one of my trade calls that I stopped out of. Yeah, support broke. You should be out of this trade. Right? That's how it's done. Yeah, it's just such tight. These low Satoshi coins are a little bit more problematic, right? Because we entered right here on 93, and we stopped out when we went below the bottom edge of that 50 band. So now we're actually going to see the CCI roll up, and with a downward expansion of the 50 band, it's really not ideal. So sure, this is probably going to bounce off without us, but you know, if you stop out of a trade, you move on, you find another chart. Okay, XAU USD. XAU USD. I actually set an alert and it didn't trigger. Okay. Why did I set that alert? Let's figure it out. Sorry, I shouldn't chew so close to the microphone. That might disturb you. The 100 period. Okay. Well, let's define the mean inversion pivot, shall we? Okay. Well, we just saw mean inversion. Oh, nice. That would have been a nice trade to look at a few days ago, right? Where we re-enter, boop, the 100 band. We test down exactly on the 100 moving average. Goodness gracious. Like clockwork. Like clockwork. These mean reversion trades are just, it's almost too good to be true, but here we are looking at these charts. Hey, Garrett Hollett, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Yeah, you've been lurking around for quite some time, so thank you for tuning in. Yeah, the last thing I remember Garrett Hollett doing is he asked me if there was ever a time to use candlestick patterns. And I'm going to say, they're really laggy. They don't tell you much. There are better ways to do things. If you want to use them on the daily and above, go ahead. But if you're using candlestick patterns on the 4 hour and below, you're going to get screwed. Also, important to note, we are still defining an upward trend on this here. Right, so we can actually get a really bullish outlook on this kind of chart. Right. Actually, I don't know that for sure. 1 second. Let's change this to the 70 band. Okay. Yeah, we were just tagging right on. This might be a really bullish scenario. I might actually consider this a breakout. Huh. Because we have this really nice defined trend as by longest overexpanded period. And, okay, I know what you're doing. You're probably looking at this section right here, right there, and saying, but Dad Shark, we had a red candle close inside. Well, you're right. But it was based on a shorter period previously, which actually, in fact, would make it deeper into that. So, no, I'm wrong. Okay. Right, we get this high price volatility of these key pivots every now and then. Which is fine, right? Because you have conflicting order flow on the pivots. Right? If someone is pushing it down for the mean inversion and someone's pushing it up for the long, right? And if you have these defined pivots, well, then they're going to be fought over, right? Because everybody knows institutional investors are smart, but they don't always have the same interest. Okay? Right? Institutional investors don't always have to agree with each other, and they can have conflicting order flow, which makes high price volatility at key pivots. Right? Okay, yeah, trend looks pretty well defined. We just had a really nice retracement. I would consider it a pretty good log. Pretty good long, excuse me. Steven says, go AppCoin. Woo! Yeah, man. It's a great day for that, isn't it? Happy to see you on the stream. Okay. I've talked about this twice already, but, you know, I will oblige. Okay, really, let's just go over what the signal was. Need a wave PM cross on the daily. All right, well, there was no volatility overhead, and we had a wave PM cross on the 4-hour chart, while there was no volatility overhead. All right, it was like in the same area. We just had that net expansion on multiple time frames, which was a very compelling argument for extreme trend continuation, right? Yeah, I actually had a trailing take profit trigger right here, and I canceled it. So as soon as we wicked up to around 1400, right, my trailing stop triggered, and I actually managed to see that, and I canceled the trailing stop, right, because we had such strong signals on the daily chart that implied extreme trend continuation was possible. You know, something like ARC this week, right, where we saw this huge upward move on. Well, I'll just show you the chart real quick, because why not? Oh, that's a little bit more extreme than I was hoping. Oh well. But my point is, trend continuation was heavily implied, so I removed any kind of take profit mechanism. So it's been treating me well. XLM looks to be interesting. Everybody keeps saying that. I don't know what people's deal is with XLM. You know, people keep telling me to look at it. I really want to play this, but come on, guys. Come on. If we have this extreme of a downtrend, I'm really not inclined to trade anything, okay? Okay, you know what we can do? We can define the mean reversion pivots, right? Because really, if we just take a look at this from the standard quad CCI perspective, right, we're getting short entries. That's what this downward CCI rules are. But you know, we're still in a state of downward trend. Okay, you don't bet against trend unless you're doing a short-term mean reversion, and that's not happening, right? Longest overexpanded period's 300. Okay, 300 period still expanding to the downside. The trend is still down. We're in a downward trend. Okay, when the downward trend is over, sure, we're going to take that beautiful mean reversion position, and that's going to be worth around 19, 18 points. Okay, until then, I don't want to deal with it because I don't like betting against downward trending. You know, if anything we could have taken would have been maybe here, right? Because there's a green candle close inside the 3.2, right? That would have been a bullish scenario. Okay? But again, if you're getting net expansion to the downside, where all the wave PM periods are coming the same way, don't bet against it. Okay, so we're just going to stay away from this chart until I get the right pivots crossed. Yeah, I'll take a look at Vibe. God, I am not going in order today. Okay, with the 160 band, why is the 160 significant? It's not the longest overexpanded period. Here's a, I usually save this. This is the information going to the last episode of my course. Right, the only short-term mean reversion you are allowed to imply while you're getting net expansion of the longest overexpanded period is the mean that is parallel to the pivot of the longest overexpanded period. Okay? And maybe it's the 160. Let's check. Maybe you're right. Okay, if we change this to 160, yeah, so that mean is too far away to actually consider, right? You want this one right here, this mean, because that at least implies a short-term mean reversion to that mean, right? But you're not betting against longer-term trending in a sense. But it's risky stuff. I don't want to play with it. Okay. There are uptrends to trade, right? Everybody loves an uptrend. So let's actually look at uptrends. As soon as we can figure out how to make sure that 50% of Americans make more than the median income, then we're going to be good. Right? We need at least half above. Dev Vader says, thanks for the live stream, GBP USD from Chief Janissary. Yeah, that sounds like the name of a train from the 1800s. It's great. And I guess that came to mind because I've been playing some Sunless Skies in my free time. I know, I have free time. It's a great snow day game when I can't go hiking. GBP USD. GBP USD. Wow, downtrend. Nice downtrend. We're going to look for entries into the downtrend. Okay? Did somebody like an idea? Yeah. Nice. Also, if anybody wants to give me their strategy on taking profit on pump and dumps, I'm all ears because I don't know how to deal with them. I've got 4% battery still. Holy hell. Really stretching this one out. Okay, GBP USD. We're probably generating mass from this move. I just need to identify it. Wow. No, that's actually really funny. We're actually not generating mass from this downward move because we had upwardly generated mass, and then when we crossed the relative mean reversion pivots, well, it actually counted as, the downtrend counted as compression. Right, that's pretty cool. I really like that. That's awesome. Let's see if we can actually define something pretty cool here, though. All right, longest over expanded period's 220. Yeah, we know how this is going to turn out. Yeah, we might get a... Oh, hold on. It's almost completely irradiated, gone. You know, I'll happily trade a range. Just not when it's so close to being over. I really don't have an opinion on this. Sorry. I mean, maybe you can get a short-term mean reversion on the 15-minute here. 1 second. I don't want to deal with this. Never mind. I don't have an opinion. I'm allowed not to have an opinion. Okay. EOS. BTC. Looking like a fun chart. Okay. Let's see if you're right. Why though? Oh my god, guys, do you see that? Apparently I have an old call still loaded up here for some shorts. Yeah, this was back in July. You can go look at my spreadsheet for this short. Holy hell. 50% loss, that's great. Okay. We have an uptrend. We have a compressing 50 band. Okay? We're just going to think about this in terms of quad CCI strategy. Cool. We're just a little wobbly sideways move. Okay? And we're going to see a bull flag. Boop. And then we're going to get a relative upward CCI roll. Well, we're going to see trend continuation. Right? There's one important thing to note. 200, 240, yeah. Well, this is not bad. Yeah, we are getting quad CCI entry right here. However, we still need to retrace to the 50 MA. So my guess is this. Ready? And we're going to save this chart idea just for fun. Okay? We're going to go... how are we going to do this? We're going to bounce up, touch the top edge of that distribution, test the mean, bounce sideways, then trend continuation, okay? Oops. I didn't mean to do that. just going to immortalize that. And then I'm going to write EOS so I can just search it for it later. Okay. Yeah, MFT stopped out. That's too bad. It happens. A cat, you know it's bait. Yeah, I know it violates statistics. I'm just being outrageous. I can't imagine getting offended over statistics. Woo. Just kidding. Okay. I'm just being facetious. Let's check out Riven, RVN, BTC. If I recall, this is in a strong downtrend and has no intention of changing. Ready? Okay. Let's see here. Ryan, is Riven one of your favorite coins? Do you like its fundamentals? Right. If we just zoom out here, so we can have a nice little look at this. Okay. You probably, I'm gonna make a guess here. You probably made money over here, right? You made a bunch of money over here, and you're looking for your second run on it. Just let me know. Right? Okay, I'll tell you what. Once we actually define an uptrend, right? We are in a downtrend right now, as defined by the 4-hour. If we ever get in an uptrend, well, then we'll be able to take positions. Until then, we're gonna leave this chart alone. Having a favorite coin is one of the worst things you can do in crypto. You should have no allegiance to something that made you money in the past. Okay? There is only the present moment. The fundamentals don't matter. All you have to do is take statistically bullishly probably positions. Huh? Does that make sense? Sure it does. Okay. What about ETN? Let's check it out, Sydney. Also, do you guys like this new bit over here, the chat? I think it's a good touch. Okay, is ETN like a stock, or do you want me to do a Bitcoin pairing? Let me know. Whew, battery's down to 3%. Ryan. Oh, people are bullish on RVN. I'm fucking doing this. Sorry for cursing. I got the entire live stream so far without it. I just get a little bitter when I do charting. I'm about to get really bitter. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, strong sell. We have a strong sell technical over here. Let's identify some bullish wave counts, shall we? Wow. Yeah, we got upward lines. We got a bird. Okay. An upside down Fibonacci retracement. No, it's actually correctly drawn. That's fine. Wait, is it what's his like one value? Where is he dropping it? How did he define his one value? He's not showing where the 100% retracement is. So I don't know how he drew this. Maybe he just... Did he just draw the 618 to actually match it? Christ. Okay. A falling wedge. I can accept falling wedge ideas. This Alan Masters, of course. Okay, listing price does not count as support. Let me just say that. That was one of the biggest mistakes on Nano, for instance. Ooh, 3666.6. That's fun. Okay. Nano BTC. Okay, watch this. We like actually look at the daily chart over here. Where we had the same kind of scenario. Where we saw this, like, everyone viewed this as support, and they felt so smart as they caught the next uptrend. But no, not how it works. Listing price doesn't count as support, and we just turn into a new downtrend. Also, that's really nice and compressed. I wouldn't be surprised how extreme this breakout might be. Ooh, a Gardley in progress. Let's check it out. Nice. What type of Gardley? A bullish one. A bullish Gardley. Man. He didn't even catch the swing low. He chose the middle of the pattern of the candles. What the hell? Okay, number one, if you're going to use harmonic patterns, wait until they're completed. And then I just wouldn't recommend using harmonic patterns after that. Let's see here. Oh, static support and resistance lines, right? If you just because you draw first demand, second demand, third demand, supply. How is this the supply? Oh, are they fib retracements? No, they're not. They're just static support lines. Okay. Uh-oh, here we go, guys. The common fallacy of assuming opening price is support. Ready? Okay. Well, we'll see how long that arcs out for him. Oh, this is a good one. It's always a good idea to buy breakouts, my friends. Oh my god. This has 1,000 views. This has 1,000 views. He wrote this out like it's a Christ, this is a premium signal. He sells this. He sells these falling wedge patterns. Oh. I'm going to check out his Telegram. Sure. We'll open Telegram. This offends me. He didn't even wait for the retrace. He just called it after the breakout happened. Right? He runs it up 15%, and then at that 15% upside, that's when he decides it's a good time to buy. Jesus. Why are you recommending Spanish trading view? No. There's a lot of falling wedges here. Oh my god. I was looking for something reasonable. Just anything. This pitchfork? Okay. Oh. You draw a pitchfork from the swing high to the swing low to the swing high. And this pitchfork has no points of contact. Oh, this is a good one. How do people define these targets? Like, look, this is an oversold bullish stochastic signal and then a bullish MACD signal. It's just beyond me. Okay, an Ichimoku cloud. There is one problem with his Ichimoku cloud. He is ignoring all the bearish signals on it. Okay, Ichimoku cloud is a great leading indicator. Okay, it's one of the few leading indicators out there. Okay, but if you are below the crowd, you do not make bullish predictions. Also, is anyone familiar with the a falling wedge? Hold on. And a Fibonacci retracement. He keeps his lines really thick. That much is cool. This looks interesting. What is this down here? I'm gonna guess it's a stochastic RSI. Wow, it's a stochastic RSI. Yeah, that's fun. Everybody loves a red line crosses blue line indicator. Hey, he actually caught that. Okay, yeah. That's fine. You had 3 points of contact on that trend line. I respect that. That's fine. If you want to trade that way, go ahead. I got a lot of respect for that. Ooh, this is fancy. Hold on. Can I, like, zoom into this? Okay, I get it. Wave counts. Very nice. So, here's the thing about wave counts, guys. They will always be accurate in retrospect. All right. Just because you want something bullish to happen, you do not get to draw bullish wave counts. Right, look at that, and it just trickles down below. Why? Well, it's because there is no predictive power in drawing lines to match your bias. Write that down. I'm going to write that down. Never mind. There. That's caps lock. Okay. There is no predictive power in drawing lines to match your bias. Okay. That's going on my Twitter feed. A standard setting Bollinger Band. That's cozy. Alan Masters. How many times has he called this? Does he just keep on... This guy, man, I swear. Everything will be solved today. Namaste. Hold on, let me say this. I'm going to read this. I think, one of the greatest strategies I have ever seen on TradingView is introducing philosophy, or rather teaching people how to feel okay with losing. That's what this is. It's making you feel okay with losing. Okay. Well, I've had fun. Viewers are still pretty good. Wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, my phone's dying here. Let me check the comments by doing this. Love dashboard. Love the scrolling on TradingView. Okay. You should definitely do more of this. Huh. Okay, well, I appreciate that. I didn't expect the positive response. Oh, let's check out this Telegram channel. Join channel. Woo! How do I... Is it possible for me to, like... Can I write in this, or is it just looking at it? Oh, that's stupid. What's the point? Okay. Oh, which coin should I go through on TradingView? Jay Constant, do you expect more retrace for Bitcoin? Yeah, just watch the beginning of this video. I go pretty in depth on my retracement values for Bitcoin. Okay, this has been pretty fun. I think I'm gonna... I think we'll be done for now. Sydney Meoon, sorry, I was gonna say Sydney. Yeah, I can't do coins that are not on TradingView because my indicators are native to TradingView and I can't use them anywhere else. Okay. Let's check out what AppCoin is happening. I want to see the idea of an AppCoin. Hold on. After I do this, I'll be done. Okay, look at this. If you draw this many lines, on your chart, you get to feel that you're right. Right? Why? If you draw a line after every piece of price action, one of them is eventually going to be right. Man, that's just a bunch of people being right for the wrong reasons over here. All right, we had this beautiful range of compression. And that upward break. Humorous. Yeah, a lot of people call this breakout correctly. Right? Why is that? Well, it's because breakout patterns are derivative off of the information I use. And when my information is, well, when we have that net compression like we saw previously. Okay. We get that net compression. As soon as that breakout actually starts to file through, it treats you really well. Okay. One last check on the YouTube comments. Dominic has a really good comment here. Problem in crypto is everyone is always bullish on everything, which worked well for about 2 months and then not so well for the following 12. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. It's the perma-bull mentality has really been quite offensive. Whew. What do you think, guys? Should I stay in this? I think it's time to sell my bags. I haven't even done the mass reading yet. Hold on. 300. Yeah, that 300 pivot is going to be so far away. There's just really no good way to actually trade this at the moment. So I'm just going to stay in it. And we have an upward trend. We have net expansion. We aren't even technically, we haven't technically generated all that mass on the daily chart. Right, look at this. This is the beginning of trend. The 14 period hasn't even touched 0.9. I might just keep this as a long hold. I don't recommend buying it now, obviously. If we get some nice retracement values, this could treat you very well, guys. Oh, yes. Rain says try it with XLM. Okay, Cat with Charts has typed in some jumbo that I need to type in. Hold on. US10Y-US02Y. What am I looking at here? Huh. You eyeing that short entry? I mean, betting on trend continuation here would not treat you poorly. Yeah. That's no reason why. Well, from the looks of it, the tags of the 3.2 standard deviation appear to be the best way to do this. It appears to be those tags before trend continuation. There's no reason it would happen again, though. At least no reason to predict that it would. But maybe an upward pop before trend continuation wouldn't surprise me. Okay, let's check out XLM's trading view ideas. Okay. Yeah. Falling wedge. Wow. Okay. Everybody likes their falling wedges on downtrends. You know, if you're in an uptrend, people will draw a bullish pattern to match what they want to happen. If you're in a downtrend, people will draw a bullish pattern to match what they want to happen. It's ridiculous. Whoa, look at this bad boy. Are you kidding me? BTFD zone. Random spike buy. Extended bull divergence. Ledger down buy. Buy. Look at what this kid is doing. He has buy orders. Down like 50% on the chart. Jeez, why is this strong support? I just love how it just completely ignores all his drawings. Ichimoku! Okay, if you have an Ichimoku cloud and you're below the cloud, you don't bet that it goes above the cloud. The first rule of the Ichimoku cloud is don't bet against the cloud. Yet he has it on his chart and he bets against the cloud and it has 500 views. I should make trading view ideas where I rate other people's trading view ideas. An Ichimoku cloud with a bullish drawing above the Ichimoku. Get ready? Here we go. It doesn't even test the Ichimoku cloud. It just continues going down for him. Oh, an inverse head and shoulders. Hold on. Oh, he did in hindsight. That's great. What gave him this idea that changed bullish line? Well, okay, I see. He had the head and shoulders, then the breakout, then a retest, and then he expected a new trend to begin. Sure. I just completely ignored his chart. I love it. Fib circles. Those are the future. Holy shit, look at this motherfucker. Oh, I did it again, I'm sorry. Look at this guy. Yeah, not bad. Ooh, he actually defined that buy zone and it hit. I don't know if you can tell me why. Oh, from these previous wicks in the past. I get it. Great. Hey, this is interesting. I'm actually interested in this idea. Not bad. Yeah, this kind of pattern recognition I'm okay with. This makes sense to me, right? This is intuitive. Well, it's not bad. I don't know how he's gonna enter this. I hope that works out for him. I'm okay with this chart. This chart's fine with me. This one is not. You don't get to draw breakout patterns before they complete. He asked me for my thoughts, so I gave him my thoughts. I really hope... Okay, hope is a bullshit emotion that does nothing but lose you money. If you ever want to be a successful trader, you need to abandon hope right now. Nothing will ever go the way you want it to. I'm serious about that. You need to abandon hope to be a good trader. Everything will move against you, and you need to have a plan B for when it does. Ooh, a Gartley. A bullish Gartley. Ready? Perfect bicep. Yeah, he's predicting it will fail. That's not much different than predicting it will succeed. At least he's... I can respect that. He drew a bullish chart and then predicted it would go down. You know what? If most retail traders are wrong, it's pretty... Nah, I respect that. Just counter trends trading. Or counter idea trading, if you will. And then the comments don't really understand the 618 retracement. The 1.618, excuse me. This is a good one. The squiggly line going down. This is probably going to be the most accurate. Let's analyze Stellar. Analysis, my friends. Actually, how much attention do you think I would get if I just made TradingView ideas of me looking over other people's TradingView ideas? That would be so much fun. I'd probably get a lot of hate for it, but... Ooh, a static support line. This is going to be a good one. Okay, taking too long. Woo! Great work, man. If you ever use this shade of blue, you're going to hell. An Ichimoku cloud. Buy zone. Okay. Super. Oh, this is my favorite kind of analysis. An upward arrow with an obscene take profit with a couple of moving averages and default setting RSI. This is my go-to analysis. God damn. Ooh, I got an alert. What kind of alert was it? I don't even know. 1 second. It just says F. What did I... Oh, I have this as defined as a mean reversion trade, don't I? Hold on. I think we just crossed our mean reversion pivot on Ethereum. Hold on. $275. Let's check it out. I think we did. Yeah, we just defined. Wow. Hey, Kat, do you think the trend just ended on Ethereum? Look at that. Downward expansion of the 50 band, too. That's clean. Okay, well, now that the condition is defined, let's actually set up another alert here. Because I want that short entry, let me tell you. Can you guys hear the geese outside? It might be worth, well, let's think about this. I got 4 packages to pick up. Oh, that's fun. Okay, plot crossing down the 100 value. Okay, that should give us ideal entry into Ethereum. Oops. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Okay, let's read through these. See if you can find a single short XLM idea. TA review. Yeah. I accept. James says, what's the significance of the 27 period CCI? It's 1/10 of the longest overexpanded period. I need this to get a little bit more dumpy, though. I'm going to be honest. Just take me down to my mean man. This one, let's see. Oh, look at all those lines. It's clean. Super. I really like these charts. You know, just because of the strength of this recent XLM downtrend. It's really easy to catch. Is that a rocket ship? No. 3 green soldiers. Let's see how that works out for him. Super. Candlestick patterns, my friend, on intraday time frames. Oh, the RSI. The RSI looks promising. It's rolling up. System 1 trade idea. XLM. $1,000 start. Whoa there, buddy. Yeah, I actually got that. But why? What was his signal? New to trading. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take the time to deal with that. Ichimoku! Yay! I respect the Ichimoku so much, but I disrespect the people who use it. Buy below 2970. Huh. Good for him. Look at the size of that Bollinger Band. What's he using? Ultimate BKMAs. Never mind. It's not a Bollinger Band. I've been deceived. They're just moving averages. Colors. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking at here. Never mind. Nice. Never trust static support, guys. Really not a valuable metric. Ichimoku. Ichimoku. We've got hope. Okay, ready? That's a good one. That's super. XLM long buying opportunity. Okay, we have this beautiful breakout of this channel. Nice. We have the upward rolling stochastic. Volume is decreasing with a bullish divergence on volume. So we're going to hit the play and see how well this works out. Ready? Super. All right, really, like whenever you break out of a channel, you really need to wait for some kind of upward expansion to begin. Otherwise, you're just left with a sad trickling price action. Oh, man. Now we got a wave count on the same channel. Let's check it out. That feel when you draw lines representing your personal bias with the chart. That feel when you draw lines representing your personal bias, but the coin doesn't care about your feelings. Whee! Maybe that was a bit too harsh. I should probably stop while I'm ahead. I need to get outside. I need to go exercise. I had a grapefruit today. And the ADD is starting to kick in. After the first hour and 15 minutes, I start to lose myself. Oh, an EMA spread. Whoa, look at this guy's prediction. Best altcoin of 2019. Look at that super slope. I can't get over this. Trade active, December 10th. Oh, my man. Accumulating. On trade, December 7th, he started accumulating right here. Wait. December 7th, he started accumulating right there. Okay, when your trade goes south and you don't say you stopped out, but instead you say, I'm accumulating because it's still very bullish, that's bad. That's how you liquidate your portfolio. You are in straight up denial if your trade goes south and then you just switch to an accumulation mindset. Okay? Never switch to quote unquote accumulating after your trade fails. That is a bad idea. Yeah, I know this is full of vitriol, but at least it's educational for you guys, right? I need to go eat. I'm going to look at ADA real quick and then I'll be on my way, okay, guys? looks like we're seeing compression from the previous overexpansion and just lateral trading. This net expansion right here was pretty nice for a downward trend, albeit briefly. We got a signal right there. Actually, look how clean this signal is, guys. Ready? You're really going to like this. Okay, we're actually going to get educational now. So buckle up. We got a bull flag on our wave PM. And yeah, you are allowed to do this. You can draw wave trend lines on wave PM if it helps you understand things more, right? Like, look at this nice little area of compression. So what do we see? You notice how we have all this net compression in the same direction here? All right, guess what happens when one by one those periods start all accelerating to the upside? While CCI, every single CCI period starts weighting itself to the downside, right? You get a really strong signal. So let's check it out. Ready? So right here, let's draw this out. Let's draw the vertical line. Right there. Okay. As soon as we start seeing all that net expansion in the same direction, goodness gracious, yeah, that really defined a nice trend for us, right? Because there was no volatility overhead and we were seeing net expansion. That's clean. Yeah. I usually don't call things like this because they're just so time sensitive, but that was a really clean chart. As far as what's actually happening now, we just have multiple radiating periods of volatility overhead. I would not touch this at the time being. Okay? And then it looks like we're getting short-term bearish signals with that small wave PM cross there. A little bit of volatility overhead, but it's still a wave PM cross, so gotta respect it. Yeah, I'd say slightly bearish for the afternoon. Okay? Check the comments one last time, see how you guys are doing. Oh, yes. Fuck yeah. Crypto Ace. I'd like to see you verify yourself by showing your trades. Whoo! I was waiting for that. Thank you. Let's dive right into it. All right, I haven't updated February, or January, so bear with me. All I have is from May to January. January 1st it is, okay? So I believe this is 94 trades right now. I'm probably going to update it to over 100 here pretty soon. Every single charted trading view idea, at least from when I started recording them, is all here, okay? And if you are using 20% of your position size, or rather 20% of your portfolio in each position, you would have turned 1 Bitcoin into 13 or almost 14 Bitcoin in half a year, okay? Of course, that's assuming you take every trade and use the proper risk management, right? So, like, let's see here, BLZ in a long position, 8% upside, right? Okay, 8% upside on Blaze. Let's hit play. Beautiful. Right? It spiked up 16%. We assume trailing stop would have taken us out after 8%. And over here we have LRC on a long. Let's check this out. Beautiful. Wow, would you look at this? Right, from trade activation, trade runs up 17%. Trailing stop would have taken us around 23 because the swing high was around 25, assuming 2% trailing stop loss. Okay. Let's do over here. AST. All right, we can go through every single one of these trades if you want. All right, from the middle of the buy-in range, we drag our percentage down. It's 7%, 7% drawdown on average, okay? You can just keep on doing this. This one is BTG, or ICX, okay? BTG, XRP, and so on. Let's do another one. Yeah? OIX, does that sound fun? I don't know, you get the point. Yeah, I'm more than happy to actually Crypto says, I just like to see more future trades before they happen and keep up to date. I hope you understand why. Anyone can use tools for past performance, which I'm not saying that's what you're doing. No, this is feel free. Just open up any of my trading view ideas. Click on any of these charts. There's almost 100 trades here. I mean, these are all time-stamped performance, or rather time-stamps, time-stamped representations of my performance, right? This is every single call I've released for shark charts. Okay. The consistency speaks for itself. All right, so I would like to think that I have some authority when I go into TradingView and tear people apart. Everybody likes to talk about their winners, but you can look at all of my losers too. I win less than half my trades. Right? Why? Because I have a 4-to-1 profit ratio. I think that my win rate right now is about 44%, and after I update the spreadsheet, it's going to be around 42%. Right, my win rate isn't great. It's your bottom line on each trade that matters. And then we have recently USD CAD, which went really well for us. Right. We did wake up here, but that's important to note why. Right. On February 11th, this trade is still active. We are still in defined mean reversion pivots. Right. Because when you re-enter the 110 distribution whilst the longest overexpanded period, we do see lateral trading as defined by the band. And since the upward slope at the top edge of that band was up, price did trade laterally as defined by it. Right. Beautiful. And right now we have this clickbait trading view idea. It says 100% certainty Bitcoin will trace exactly to the 50 MA on the 4-hour chart. Lo and behold, we are awfully close to reaching that pivot. Right, we're 1% away. Right, these mean reversion trades are absolutely insane, especially for this is just the automated representation of those trades through the Bollinger Band. Or rather, through the adaptive MA Bollinger Band. And each of these red lines is a location from where the compression begins to the actual mean itself. And as you can see, well, again, my confidence is not unwarranted. Although I have enjoyed going through these comments. Okay, let's check the comments again, see how you guys are doing. Yeah, Cowstars is a great comment. Being skeptical is healthy, and frankly, if you just stick around and learn the strategy for now, that's not a bad outcome. Yeah, you have nothing to lose by being here. Ooh. Hold on, we forgot to look at the real TA of the hour. Oh, this image hosting link does scare me. What is the SR? Yeah, that's a good comment. What is the best RSI value for crypto? 0. That's perfect. Well, this has been fun. I've been enjoying myself. I'm going to go eat. I'll talk to y'all later. See you, folks.